What a pleasure it is to have Dr. KASHIF ANSARI, our co-host, back on the Line and Length podcast. Dr. Ansari, we're going to head straight to Australia and discuss the series between Pakistan and Australia. Pakistan continue to have very stuttered starts in these series. We saw the World Cup when they were beaten by the West Indies. We also saw, of course, against Sri Lanka when they lost that series 3-0. And now you have a situation where they lost this first game after a masterclass innings by Steve Smith. What is going on with Pakistan's stutter starts in these series?
Well, if you're gonna talk to me about Pakistan cricket, you better be prepared for some harsh talking here, because Pakistan cricket is under siege right now. That's what I would say, because with the recent turn of events, when they started putting everything in the bucket of Misbah-ul-Haq, I'm afraid that Pakistan cricket will and should never prosper under the mentality of a defensive person like Misbah-ul-Haq. I mean, he does the scripted captaincy during his tenure. He is not an aggressive player. He has never been an aggressive player. He has a set frame of mind. He doesn't have a clue about how the international cricket and the demands of international cricket are growing every day. He doesn't keep himself abreasted with the need and the requirement to keep above the water. I'm afraid that this is the biggest mistake Pakistan Cricket Board has ever made.
You continue, Dr. Ansari, to be very harsh and critical of Misbah, but his record as a cricketer has been an outstanding one. Why do you think that he has brought that so-called approach that you're seeing into Pakistani cricket?
Well, let's talk about his record, right? That's what everybody keeps bragging about. Oh, he's the best captain. He's the most successful captain. Remember, captains are captains. Captains do not are never responsible for the team's performance on their own. However, their individual performances are looked through a magnifying glass, and I give you 10 out of 10 for his individual performances in certain scenarios, especially the test match, some test match cricket. But when you look at his one-day performances, he never had a century. Look at his T20 performance. He made us lose the first T20 World Cup, if you remember, when he was playing perfectly fine, and Joginder Sharma bowled him a straight delivery, and he started to become a little cute by just reverse sweeping it into the lap of somebody at Sri Chand at Fine Night. So do not give me this. Do not give me this lecture about his individual performance as a captain or a success in the past. I'm looking at him from a different perspective altogether. I'm looking at him from the perspective of accountability, about the capability, and above all, the success story as a coach, success story as a selector. Give me his one success story as a coach, even in a neighborhood cricket club. Give me one story and I'll shut up.
But, I mean, Dr. Ansari, to be fair to Misbah, Pakistan have always had tremendous problems touring. I mean, it's not like Misbah has just come about and because he's just come about, they've started losing. They've had tremendous problems touring for eons before Misbah was perhaps even playing. And that problem still continues now in 2019.
I'm not worried about them losing, sir. I am more concerned about the intentions and the lack of accountability. I'm not worried about them losing at all. When was the Pakistan had a streak of winning test matches or one-day internationals? I don't even remember. Pakistan almost lost almost was going to be playing the qualifier for the World Cup a couple of years ago. Pakistan is at number 7 in test matches. I'm not worried about them losing. I'm worried about his intentions and the honesty in the entire process of selection, of training, and of a coach. Personal preferences, nepotism. Would you want me to start? Come on, man. People know it. He has done it in the past. The dilemma which Pakistan cricket has faced since the time of Imran Khan is that there is personal likings and dislikings. And based on that, they have ruined the lifeline of Pakistan, nation of Pakistan. The lifeline of 220 million people in Pakistan is nothing but cricket. But these guys dislikings, and if I give you examples, you will be short on time.
Is he doing anything different that any past selector has done in Pakistan cricket? Because it often seems like it's always embroiled in this kind of controversy and nepotism, and also politics.
Exactly. Politics. The foundation of the structure of PCB is that the head of the state will appoint the chief of Pakistan Cricket Board. That's where the root of the problem is. How can you allow somebody who is politically elected to be or chosen to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan to appoint the President of Pakistan Cricket Board? And that is where you start the whole wrongdoings. This is the root of all the issues. And that is where Pakistan cricket flutters and falls left and right. And in this case, Imran Khan, throughout his life, kept on criticizing on this practice, that how can a chief of the state appoint a PCB chairman? And see what he did? As soon as he came into power, he brought in a foreigner, an alien, to be dropped in as the chairman of PCB, who doesn't have a clue about Pakistan cricket, who doesn't have a clue about the problems of Pakistan cricketers. And that's where the root of the problem is. And if you look at the last 12 months, ever since he came in, Pakistan cricket has done nothing but problems and problems and problems. Look at the way Misbah was selected as a chief selector and a coach. Look at this, Barry. Come on, man.
But Dr. Ansari,
how he came in?
Dr. Ansari, if you had the autonomy to appoint someone, first of all, what method would you use? And then who do you think would come in and be fair? Who do you think would come in and actually do the things that are not being done over the last couple of decades? Tell me.
Okay, very, very good question. And the answer to this question is very simple. Number one is success story. What have you done in the past to be pointed to this position? Number one. Number two, your personal stake. Number three, your belongings, your ownership to the institution. These are the three things. And number four, which is on top of everything, is your capability and your qualification. If I do not belong to the soil, how can I become the president of Barbados Cricket Association? How can I become the chief selector of West Indies Cricket Board? Would you accept it? Even though I'm a very good looking man, even though I come in with some, seriously, man, I can come in and start giving some speeches and have a very, very fascinating resume. But do you really think that the people of Barbados, the people of West Indies, would allow me to run the show for them? No, they wouldn't, because I don't have any ownership in the soil. I don't have to return to the same streets where these cricketers are coming from. I'll pack up my bag and I will be taking off the day my tenure ends or when I get fired. When the president or prime minister of Pakistan goes away, this person will pack up his stuff and sit on the same plane and get out of the country. This is the problem. It starts with Naseem Ashraf. Naseem Ashraf was imported from United States of America. Then comes this guy Ahsan Mani. Then look at Wasim Khan. All of these guys have no ownership in the soil. I'm not doubting their patriotism. I'm not saying that they're going to sell the soil. All I'm saying is it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for someone to basically live all their lives on the street of Karachi and Lahore and Rawalpindi and try to make things work for cricket and cricket lovers in Pakistan. And when the time comes to put them on the directorship or decision-making capacities, you just take them out of the picture and then bring somebody from outside. This is the problem where it starts. And then look at Misbah. Tell me, how was he selected? Do you know how he was chosen to be the selector?
Tell me.
All right, listen to this now. Listen to this crap, man. You have to hear it. These four people were elected by the Pakistan Cricket Board in a thing called Cricket Committee, which was formulated a few months ago to look at the cricketing affairs and give their suggestions and recommendations to improve the cricketing affairs of Pakistan. And when Pakistan lost the World Cup, first of all, Mohsin Hassan Khan was asked to resign because he was given the candy, or he was given the hope that, hey, resign from this committee. We're going to make you, give you a very important post in Pakistan Cricket Board. Maybe a chief selector, maybe the manager, maybe the head coach. Mohsin Hassan Khan resigned. The second person, Uruj Mumtaz, was given. This is a member of the committee who was supposed to be unbiased, who was supposed to be totally honest to the cause because the job was assigned to them. This person took the chief selectorship and the head coach of Pakistan women's cricket team and and then went away. The third person in there was Ms. Baul Haq, who was supposed to give recommendations to improve Pakistan cricket. He basically resigned from the committee and became the chief selector and head coach and batting coach. Wasim Akram was the only person left in the committee, and he becomes the kingmaker. He becomes the kingmaker, and when you are a kingmaker, you can ask the person you have basically given. I think the proper word is give away the post. When you give away the post or you oblige someone for such a high-ranking post in PCB, you can have them do anything you want. So you don't have to carry the credentials. You don't have to carry the hat of a chief selector, but everything will be done according to the way you want, because you are the one who basically selected this person to be on this post, and you can ask this person to do whatever you want them to do. This is how the system works. And this person, Ms. Baul Haq, was supposed to give us recommendations to improve Pakistan cricket, unbiased opinion, rather than telling them, hey, listen, you all, Mickey Arthur, you are fired. Grant Flower, you are fired. Azhar Mahmood, you are fired. Because you guys didn't deliver. But you know what? I'm going to take over because I'm the best. Are you kidding me?
But
so your intentions were clear from day one.
But Dr. Ansari, I'm still putting it to you.
You just wanted to take the position.
I'm still putting it to you. I'm giving you autonomy now. Tell me. I want you to tell me, tell all the people of Pakistan, tell everyone listening to this podcast, tell me who you, Dr. Ansari, if you had to say, for 24 hours to put things in place, who would you appoint and put as chief selector to run Pakistan cricket? I want you to tell me that. And then let the people decide.
First of all, a very good question, and the answer to that is very simple. Answer is that I will ask for applications, and in those applications, along with their qualification, the most important thing I will look for is the success story in the past. For example, the late Abdul Qadir. For example, Mohsin Hassan Khan. For example, Zahir Abbas. For example, Javed Miadad. These are the legends of Pakistan cricket who are sitting and twiddling their thumbs. They're not doing anything. They're not being used because they are not yes men. They are not going to say yes to everything. They're going to go with the merit, and they're going to be looking up for the accountability process in place. So in my opinion, I will put out the application. In all honesty, I'll put out the ad in the newspaper, ask everybody to apply, and then I'll have 3 people who have nothing to do with the cricketing affairs of their personal interest, who has the knowledge of cricket but have no interest in becoming a part of the team or part of PCB. I will ask them to review those applications, and the board will decide who gets what based on the 3 or 4 criteria which I just mentioned. And then have the accountability process. Every 3 months, these guys have to submit the report to the board, have to submit the report to the board of trustees and the board of governors, and tell them what their performance has been. And then comes the most important thing, the financial package. Mm-hmm. The financial package has to be directly proportional to the performance of the team. When you take away the opportunity to hit the pockets of these people, you are asking for trouble.
Well, look, Dr. Ansari, we are running out of time. My final question to you is then, should there be a referendum in Pakistan on the selection policies of cricket and cricketers? Should there be a referendum?
Absolutely. Do the referendum, ask the people for their opinion, even Gallup surveys, even the telephonic surveys. Those are good enough too. You can do that and ask the former cricketers, ask the people who have spent all their lives in promoting or keeping the game of cricket alive in Pakistan. They are being put aside, and the one-person show, the one-man show is ruining the cricket. I'm doubting the intention intentions, sir. Make no mistake. This guy had ill intentions to begin with when he was a part of Pakistan the cricket committee. And he was obliged by Wasim Akram. And we all know what happened with Wasim Akram in 1996. We all know what Justice Qayyum report says, which is available on internet for everybody to review, that Wasim Akram should be kept away from cricketing affairs of Pakistan. And look what he's doing. He is the king of Pakistan cricket.
Well, look, we want all of our listeners to chime in on this. Send us your comments, and we're going to respond to them, because I think we've had some serious allegations leveled at Misbah Haq. Is Misbah the man? And if he's not the man, who do you think should be in charge of Pakistan cricket? And do you think we need a referendum to get this whole issue with Misbah Haq? You'll be listening to the Line and Length podcast. Dr. KASHIF Ansari, thank you again.